You know, there's always the saying that cancel culture isn't needed. Well, there is one example I can give you where cancel culture is really needed. And that's with the whole FTC new COPPA guideline shit. That's one time that cancel culture is needed. So, you know, the FTC, they made YouTube pay $170 million in fines for violating COPPA. You know, whatever. But now, I'm pretty sure you've heard, they want to make individual content creators, you know, pay $42,000 for violating COPPA, when in reality, the content creators in question probably didn't violate shit. Unless they were like Elsagate, maybe. I don't know, the whole Elsagate stuff. Spider-Man and Elsa getting, you know, having a baby.
Oh my God!
And doing some weird shit that's probably some weird fetish. Maybe they did some weird Brazilian fetish. And you didn't even know because you're not even informed on what Brazilians find to be a good fetish. You ever heard of Brazilian fart porn?
The dude was telling me he likes Brazilian fart porn. What? Are you shitting me?
Well, anyways, they want to make you pay $42,000 per video. Not just as a lump sum, but per video. You know, the FTC is doing this, not YouTube. YouTube is pretty shitty, but in this case, they're not the ones coming up with this idea. It's the FTC. And, you know, the FTC, they had a bit of an analogy to give you. You know, I'll play that right now.
So the analogy that I think of, imperfect, is the expression about shooting fish in a barrel. And YouTube is the barrel, and the content creators are the fish.
Fuck you!
Fuck you!
I'm sure you heard that analogy if you were even paying attention, unless you have the attention span of members of the FTC. But yeah, apparently we're fish in a barrel, waiting to be shot. And you know who's putting us in there because they want to shoot us? The FTC. The FTC are just people looking for an excuse to shoot fish in a barrel. So that's their analogy, and you know, this is really off the cuff for me, I'm just doing this no script, but they want to make us pay $42,000, right? Well, you know what we should do? Let's bring in cancel culture and make them pay 42,000 life points to their career. And in Yu-Gi-Oh terms, I'm pretty sure most people don't have 42,000 life points to just toss away. Unless you have some big crazy scheme going where you just keep gaining life points, like that one time where Yugi finally got his first god card after dueling some guy who just kept gaining life points or some shit. No, wait, was it life points or attack points for Slifer? I don't know. But whatever, same shit. Either way, this is gonna be a problem. Sure, they might not have the manpower to enforce this consistently, but they're going to do it, and they're going to do it to people who don't deserve it. You know what's worse, as well, is they give us the option to say we're not for kids. But they come in here, and they say, well, we can still say, under our guidelines, we can just go in and just say, well, no, you know what, you are for kids. You know why? Because apparently, pretty colors is enough to say that your channel is for kids. So if you happen to catch a double rainbow on a fucking video, that's for kids. If you happen to do a little bit of an edit involving pretty colors because you wanted to talk about how this one time you took drugs, then guess what? It's for kids because you decided to edit in a bunch of rainbow pretty colors. Context, subject matter, it doesn't matter to these fucking ass clowns. These fucking clowns who, you know, are just trying to jerk off in our fucking faces and then tell us to sit there and take it, that's that. That's what it is to them. And trust me, they're not fucking stupid. They're doing this shit on purpose. By their guidelines, and you know, anything an adult can like, you know, kids like that. I mean, we have things like Adult Swim with cartoons, right? So it's called Adult Swim, not Kids Swim, right? So the word Adult Swim, right? When you're at the pool and they say it's Adult Swim time, that means secretly it's for kids time. I mean, nobody's this fucking stupid. It's got to be on purpose. We have shit like Adult Swim. We have cartoons like Rick and Morty. I mean, what are they gonna do? Write a law in now that says, oh, well, comic books, cartoons, and everything else that adults like? Well, you can't have any of that. It all has to be for kids. Yeah, that's for kids. Go to Deadpool. Go see Deadpool in theaters, right? R-rated.
Oh, hello. I know, right? Whose balls did I have to fondle to get my very own movie?
You know, an R-rated movie. That's for kids. That's for kids, man. R-rated? What the fuck does R-rated mean? This shit's for kids. Yeah, well, how about you go fuck yourself, you lying scumfuck sack of shit. How about you suck my cock, Oni-chan? You know, welcome to 1984. This is 1984, and Oni-chan is, you know, he's getting a little too high and mighty, so we need to shove our dicks into his mouth and tell him, suck it. And that's the fucking truth. They're doing this shit on purpose. You think they're dumb or stupid? No, they know exactly what they're doing. These are people who clearly know exactly what they're doing. These are people who every day are trying to fuck you over with new laws and all this shit. And eventually, I'm gonna tell this to you, FTC, for your own good. Eventually, you know, not me necessarily, but there are people out there, okay, who if you push them far enough, they're not just gonna make your career pay in life points, okay? They're gonna make you pay directly in life points. So you better learn not to rustle the beehive. You better not wake the sleeping giant. So you better not expect to not be Hiroshimaed, okay, by all these people who live in the country that you supposedly are there to protect, okay? You say, think of the children, right? That's your saying. Well, guess what? How about you think of us? How about you think of the fact that you gave us this option to set our channels as not for kids or for kids? And you just come in and say, well, no, you are for kids. You get to determine our intent, our, you know, audience. No. Logically, you don't. In your fucking minds, you think you do. But you fucking don't. So I'm expecting, like, a lot of fucking channels out there to just go. Not just because YouTube's gonna sweep them, but just manually delete it. Because who the fuck in their right mind has the $42,000 to fucking pay per video? You know, a channel like PewDiePie, I'm sure he's got millions of dollars to spend. So maybe he could ride it out. But even then, he has so many videos, he probably even he himself probably wouldn't be able to pay for all that. They're just gonna go in and sweep your channels, and, you know, they're gonna fuck you over. So all I have to say is, if they're gonna fuck us over, well, guess what? You need to fuck them up. You need to cancel culture the shit out of their careers, and you need to make sure it happens soon. Better sooner than later. So get your cocks out, bukkake all over them, and remind them who's in charge. Because every day of your fucking life, they're trying to dig into your ass and pull out your intestines. They're trying to find any excuse to fuck you up. So you may as well give the favor in return. Return the favor, or whatever the fucking saying is. So again, how about this? How about you take your man-child ass, get back to the fucking kiddie pool, and stay out of the adult pool. Because you're not welcome here. You need to make sure they understand they're the fish in the barrel. Not us.